Good morning, dear students. So, today we carry on the reading of the chapter The Ailing Planet, Green Movement's Role. So, next one. Yesterday we discussed the saying of James Path, the president of the World Research Institute. Okay, now, next thing is about Article 48A. Even our constitution also speaks about environmental safety and conservation. So, Article 48A of the Constitution of India provides that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Uh, as per this act of Article 48A, it is the moral duty of every country or nation or state that to protect the forest and wildlife of the country or the nation. But what causes endless anguish? Anguish means sorrow, pain, is the fact that laws are never respected nor enforced in India. This is the good thing of this particular passage. Laws are never respected nor enforced in India. Even though you know it very well that our constitution is lexical, okay, we do some kind of amendment as per our requirement. So in this particular frame, laws are never respected, okay, and nor enforced in India. Especially this particular saying is concerned with this particular forest and wildlife conservation. For instance, now the example of this particular saying, the constitution says that casteism, untouchability, and bonded labor, three social evils, shall be abolished, should be stopped, banned. But they flourish shamelessly even after 44 years of the operation of the constitution. Got it? The structure of constitution speaks about these three evils: casteism, untouchability, and bonded labor. But do we really feel good that these three are totally stopped or banned or wiped out from our society? No, dear children. Still, we can find 2 to 3% cases of such evils. So this is saying laws are never respected. This is a law as per constitution, but not enforced in India. But nobody can enforce them. Then, a recent report of our Parliament's Estimates Committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion of India's forest. Now, the deforestation report of Estimate Committee. Over the last 4 decades, or last 40 years, India, according to reliable data, is losing its forests at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. Children, do you remember that yesterday we discussed that the world is losing forest at 1 acre per second, but as per actual report it was 1 acre in half an hour, a second or minute, I think. Now we talk about India. India is losing its forest at 3.7 million acres per year. Okay, large areas officially designated as forest land are already virtually treeless. Okay, due to some kind of development like industrial or social or economical, we people make this earth treeless. The actual loss of forest is estimated to be about 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. If we want to get the real data of losing forest, multiply this particular data by 8, then we can get the actual one. Now, next one. A 3-year study using satellites and aerial photography conducted by the United Nations warns that the environment has deteriorated so badly that it's critical in many many of the 88 countries investigated. Now, the report of United Nations gives us warning that this particular deterioration is so fast and we will get the critical situation very soon. Okay, in of the 88 countries investigated, this report given by United Nations of 88 countries in which the condition of environment is very critical. There can be no doubt that the growth of world population. Now, dear children, next point is population. Till there we discussed about forest deforestation according to Article 48A part. Now, next point is population. There can be no doubt that the growth of world population is one of the strongest factors distorting the future of human society. One of the important point of world population is strongest factor is distorting the future of human society that can affect the future of human being on this earth. It took mankind more than a million years to reach the first million. Got my dear point? That this is the strongest point. This one, future of mankind. It took mankind more than a million years to reach the first million. So, the first million population of the world took a million years. Okay, then that was the world population around the year 1800. Okay, in 18th century. By the next 1900, a second million was added. See, we in this paragraph we will get to know that how did we increase. First step, second step in 1900, a second million was added, and the 20th century had added another 3.7 billion. See the rate. The present world population is estimated at 5.7 billion. Every 4 days, dear children, every 4 days the world population increased by 1 million. In every 4 days we are increased by 1 million at international level. Next point is fertility related to soil or agriculture. Fertility falls as incomes rise, education spread, and health improves. Okay, education spread out, then what will happen? Health of the people will increase. Okay, the death rate will be less. Thus, development is the best contraceptive, but development itself may not be possible if the present increase in number continues. Okay, if this particular growth of population will be increasing, that development will not be so much positive as it has to be. Got it? Then you might have listened this one: the rich get richer and the poor beget children, which condemned them to remain poor. Okay, due to certain reasons, the rich become more richer and the poor become more poorer because of certain things. More children does not mean more workers. Got it? If a family has 20 members, 25 members, it does not mean they have more members. Merely more people without work. It means what will happen? Unemployment will take place. Unemployment will take place. It is not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle. It should not be it should not be thought that the human beings should be treated like animals and compulsory sterilized. Sterilized means that medical treatment. But there is no alternative to volunteer family planning without introducing an element of coercion. The choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of poverty. So there are two ways. One, we should control the population. You might have listened population explosion. Okay, there are two certain things. What? Control of population or perpetuation of poverty. If we control over there on population, definitely development will take place and it will be fruitful for every human being. Second thing, if we do not control this population, then obviously poverty will spread out throughout the nation or the society. Okay, then definitely human being will be treated like animals, and unemployment will be a lot of. The population of India is estimated to be 920 million today. Means when this article was written, it was written that time, and at that time the population of India was 920 million, more than the entire population of Africa and South America put together. Let's see. India had 920 million population at that time, and this was very equal to the population of Africa and South America. Let's see. Where are two countries and where is one country? India. So there is such a big concern. No one familiar with the condition in India would doubt that the hope of the people would die in their hungry hutments. Hutments mean huts or their houses, poor houses, unless population control is given topmost priority. Got it? If the population will increase at the same rate, then most of the people of India, they will die with their poor hutments, and definitely their hopes will also go with them, because there are two ways, as Nani Palkiwala suggested to us, whether we should control our population or we should live in perpetuation of poverty. Got it? And when this article was written, you can assume at that time the population was 920 million. It was very equal to Africa and South America. So it was really a big concern at that time. Still, we are the second top most country in the world in the terms of population. Okay, then next one. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern. Okay, concern means a big problem. Transcending means beyond the imagination. The survival not just for people. We are living here on this earth with not just for people, but of the planet. This is the big thing. Got it? We are doing this survival not for us, not only for people, but for the planet, but for this earth. Because if we save the earth, we will save. If we save us, then earth will definitely get polluted, or will not a place to live on. We have begun to take a holistic view, a complete view of the very basis of our existence. We have started observing the existence. The environmental problem does not necessarily signal our demise. All kind of our consumption or the problem that we created in nature do not necessarily signal. It does not mean they should give a signal to be diminished, to be ended. It is our passport for the future. Just see, this is the good line. It is our passport for the future. If we start taking concern of this earth, and this concern will take us to the future, and this will be a passport. Passport means a signal, a permission to live for a longer time and give a good gift to our children. The emerging new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. You might have heard, dear children, this is the era of technology, this is 21st century, this is the world of science, all these things. But nobody focus over there the era of responsibility. It is our responsibility, moral responsibility to save the earth. It is a holistic view, an ecology view, seeing the world as an integrated whole. It means it is our moral duty to see the world as a family, integrated whole, rather than a dissociated collection of parts. We should not see this earth as many parts, dissociated. means disturbed in or part into. Okay, but we should see this earth as a whole. Next point is industry has a most crucial role to play. Now, industrialization. In this new era of responsibility, what a transformation would be effected if more businessmen shared the view of chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Woodard, who 5 years ago declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer. He declared himself chief environmental officer. He said, our continued existence as a leading manufacturing requires that we excel in environmental performance. So this person, Mr. Edward S. Woolard, declared that our continued existence depend not only on the development of industry but on the development of excellent environmental performances. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher during the years of her ministership, none has passed too decisively into the current coin of English usage as per Felicity's words. So, this one Prime Minister ministership, none has passed so decisively into the current coin of English usage as her felicitous words. So, what this Prime Ministership Margaret Thatcher said, no generation has a free hold on this earth. It means no generation, whether it is 20th century, 21st century, or the 18th century, nobody had or nobody has a free hold on this planet earth. All we have is a life tenancy with the full repairing lease. Means every generation has its lease to full repairing, to do something good to the nature. In the words of Mr. Lester Brown, now the next person, Mr. Lester Brown says what? Very important line. We have not inherited this earth from our forefathers. It means we have not taken this earth as a heritage from our forefathers. We have borrowed it from our children. It means it is our moral duty to safeguard this earth and to pass over this planet earth in safe hands of our coming generation, because we have not taken it in as an inheritance, but we have borrowed it for our children. Okay, so dear children, today we have completed the reading of this chapter, the Ailing planet, and after that I'll be posting you the answers and the theme and the title of this chapter. Till then, do reading, understand, and I hope you will do good, and I will be giving you the questionnaire of this particular chapter. Okay, thank you, goodbye, have a great day.